Thank you, Mr. Bedline. It's always kind of a charge for me when we have events like this and get to recognize some of the best and brightest that we have here in Clarkston. And looking across the crowd today, and hopefully you can see when you look across that quiet look of pride on parents' faces, that excitement of students knowing that they kind of look, people are noticing the great things that we're doing. And the look, at least, of a community that has schools that they want to be reflective of what we hold in terms of our values and what we hope for our kids. And it's truly remarkable. You look at a group like our foundation this morning and things that they do. Yeah, this is a very visible and wonderful way to recognize children. But all the other things that you heard earlier from Mr. Maltese with respect to the classroom grants, the other recognitions that they do for teachers, and they're very, very involved. Like I have to say in our monthly meetings and the updates that they're always concerned and interested in what's going on in the schools and how they can support and how they can help. And I think it's really reflective of the parents and the community that we have, because I really feel the value of education strongly held in Clarkston. And I want you to all look at, in terms of what is and who is the foundation. And potentially, as we started this year, and you look across, it's everybody in this room. And truly, if we want to really be good stewards and push this type of value system into the future, not only for our children today, but looking at our grandchildren and on, that goal you heard of Mr. Maltese, of looking at $1 million foundation for Clarkston. And everybody knows the challenges we have in public education, but truly Clarkston has adopted its schools and looks to push forward everything we want for our children and the hope that we have in their futures. And I encourage you, and many of you, if you have not already noticed, there's forms, papers on the table, that if you haven't already had an opportunity to sign up for the foundation and either financially or otherwise support our community and our schools, I encourage you to do so. It's very much important. Your involvement, your buy-in, you being here this morning makes a difference. And I truly believe that connection between schools and community is what's going to see this community into its future. And I really appreciate you all being here this morning. Before we have our official release, I do want to give a couple thanks as our academic liaison. As you heard, Ms. Becky Kelly is a tremendous asset and works for our school district, works for me. She's my assistant. But she also helps to do a huge amount of work when it comes to all the foundation events. Ms. Becky Kelly, can you please just wave? This morning we're also privileged to have Mr. Dave Reschke, who is very instrumental in helping plan and organize and execute this event as well. He's over here on the side. He's my mentor. And I always not appreciate seeing him. I get to fire a couple quick questions in the hallway of things that I'm dealing with later. So Dave, please stick around. It's always nice to meet you. And again, for Mr. Maltese, who does an exhausting amount of work in addition to being a business owner and doing everything out there in terms of making work for his life and his family, also really looks to the families of Clarkston to support them. Thank you again, Carl. And finally, again, to our parents, our board members who come and show support, our superintendent. This truly is a great community and a very solid school district behind it. I want to thank you, your children. Congratulations, kids. You did a great job. Back to school, and the parents,